Bringing history to life. That's one of the missions of the newly reimagined Rowan County Veterans Museum.
The 7-month renovation project aims to create an experience the brave men and women who served our country from Rowan County will be proud of.
Tyler Melito got an extensive look at the exhibits, and he joins us live this morning from Moorhead with a closer look at how it honors local heroes.
From World War I to the War on Terror, visitors will be able to go back in time and get first-hand experiences and accounts from what it was like serving during those tentpole moments in our nation's history. It was a mission the staff here at the museum say was a really hard challenge, but they didn't want to leave any stone unturned.
You know, this museum belongs to the community. This museum belongs to the people of Rowan County, the veterans, and also anybody that would like, the Kentuckians in general.
Over the course of the last 7 months, the Rowan County Veterans Museum has transformed into a shrine, honoring the county's vets from World War I and II, Korea, Vietnam, the Cold War, and the War on Terror. It's something historian David Klinger took immense pride in helping retool.
I just fell in love with the museum. When I saw with all the different things in here, all of the different items, I said, this is something that I want to be a part of. And, you know, I've always been concerned about veterans issues, veterans. My stepfather, my grandfather, you know, they're all veterans, U.S. Army. And even though that I didn't serve, I thought, you know, this is a way that I can kind of give back and help.
Some of the items in the museum are more than 100 years old, Klinger calling it a $1 million collection, making the job of preserving that history so important.
If you look at the World War II generation now, growing up, you didn't really think about, oh, hey, my grandfather, grandparents are going to be around forever. And then now you look at how many World War II veterans we actually still have with us. They're in their early 100s, late 90s, very late 90s, and now our Vietnam generation, they're in their 70s, their 80s, and that's things you want to look at and you want to be very mindful of as history going forward and moving forward. Making sure we collect their stories, their information.
Equally as important, teaching the next generation to understand and appreciate the history they see throughout the museum.
We have children that might come in 8 or 9 years old and they'll say, hey, Grandpa, what did you do during the war? Did you, my grandfather's a veteran, but it starts those conversations. And it starts that interest in that, it sparks that seed of interest that really gets people going and really gets them involved in learning about their family history, learning about their ties, their communities, their neighbor, their uncle, and it really starts kind of that journey.
And this morning we've been talking about all the cool exhibit pieces and artifacts that fill this museum, and arguably the coolest one, Klinger says, and the one that's most popular, especially amongst kids when the museum does school visits, is this 1953 Air Force Jeep that is on loan from a veteran who's from Nicholasville. It is so cool in this thing. You feel like you're being taken back in time. Klinger even says, too, it still runs, it still drives. If I had the key, I'd even hit the horn for you. But I'm going to drive off for now, though. Live in Moorhead, Tyler Melito, Fox 56 News. Paul?